Welcome! We're back. We're back with the stream. First Isaac run of the week, except for the one that I recorded for YouTube this morning. How the heck, what the heck are we gonna do? You know, okay, let's get this week started bussin', if you know what I mean. We'll start with the little Tainted Eden. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It is Monday, May the 10th, 2021. Hope everybody's recovered, having one full day, and then a little bit extra as well to recuperate from the cringeries they suffered when Elon Musk hosted Saturday Night Live this weekend. Wario on trial nearly killed me. Gen Z Hospital. I thought about writing one of those books that those kid liars write about, like, I almost died and I saw heaven and here's what it's like. But then I decided no. Despite having a near-death experience due to cringe exposure, I persevered. I had a great Sunday. Played some MLB The Show. Did a lot of housework. Celebrated Mother's Day and had a good time. Banger Sheldon tweet this weekend. Thank you. I don't know, like, sometimes it just strikes you, right? Like in my head, I had this funny idea. Like, what if there was somebody out there who didn't know that Young Sheldon is based on The Big Bang Theory and was just watching the show going like, oh man, like this kid, he's gonna have so much trouble when he gets older. Oh my god, this kid, how is he gonna survive as an adult, dude? I don't know. He's such a wacky, unique kid. Anyway, so that was the genesis for that, and then I workshopped it with the writing team, and they said, sounds good, King. Doesn't sound sus at all. Best of luck to you. I did play Chib in chess as well. Can I tell you, actually, that... so Chib did a subathon for 1 year partner anniversary. And he was playing chess. This was like 13 or 14 hours in. He was playing chess, so I said, okay, play me. Probably don't need to, and this run is trash, by the way, so we're just gonna do this. Probably don't need to tell you how it went. I will say there was a moment, I believe, well, I opened with the Grob, right, to make it as fair as possible. There was a point where I think Chibley was a couple of points up on me on theory. Not on material, but on the position. But he did lose. As soon as I won the game, I had to go help with some baby stuff, do some diaper changes. When I came back, Chibley was offline, and I actually thought, and this is not a joke, I was not happy with it either. But I thought that I maybe tilted him so much that he canceled his subathon, and I was like, oh no, I hope not. But that was not what happened. Letrovert, thank you for the thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. Feels good to be back. Let me out. I didn't know I didn't want to make Chib cry. I did not see the Kitchen Nightmares sheesh video yet. Let me out. But rest assured that I will. No question. What's your methodology for making cold brew? Approximately 3 cups ground coffee. Well, this is just the recipe. I don't know if you need the apparatus as well. 3 cups ground coffee into the tub. Usually around 8 cups of water, sometimes 8.5. Depends how the grounds are oriented. You want to make sure that it's all covered. Leave it in the fridge for... the longer the better, but minimum 12 hours before you filter it out. And then you got a nice little carafe of cold brew that should last you a decent amount of time. This is a perfect opportunity for Peepo G. Thank you. I did add Peepo G this weekend. Because, I mean, this is not the Chib show yet, but Chib told me if you want to stay hip with the youngins, you got to add an emote like Peepo G, so I added it. I like it. Keeps me young. Ah! Okay. No joke, by the way, like, I was gonna open today's show by saying, like, I feel older than I've ever felt. Not in, like, a terrible, like, you know, existential way, but, like, woke up this morning, won't believe what I saw. 30 million bottles washed up on the shore. Seems I'm not alone, being alone. 100 million castaways searching for a home. Great song in some ways. But like, woke up this morning, everything was fine, you know. Spent some time with the baby, feeding her breakfast and stuff like that. Sat down, recorded an Isaac episode, got up, and then is like, I don't know what sciatica feels like. I don't know what a pinched nerve feels like. But there's like a little electric shock in the base of my spine. Anytime I overextend my right leg, if that makes sense. So like when I'm walking, it's normal, but then if I have to like twist or something like that, there's like some kind of something's shortened or pinched down there, and it's going like, ugh. Sue Herman Miller. Dude, it's been like... I talked about it in the Isaac episode that's gonna go up tomorrow. Having a 2-day weekend is freaking crazy. Because, like, I got bored, which has not happened historically that often. But I got bored at about 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. I was like, I don't want to play any more MLB The Show. I'm full. So I vacuumed the entire house, Swiffered the entire house, and then I went out on the patio and I started washing the frickin' stone. Like the stone that's exposed to the elements at like 24/7. I went full dad mode. I was like, nobody's washing, this stone's never been washed. This is crazy. So I went out there and I was washing the dang stone, dude. That might be why my back hurts. You're absolutely right. And I gotta be honest, it felt kind of sick, dude. Then when I came inside, I played a little bit of MLB The Show, but it felt different because I had, like, earned it, you know? It's like I had done the requisite level of labor to enjoy recreation. Dude, these tears upgrades, let's go. You've gone full dad mode. Yeah, man. Feels good. Kind of. I did think, I was like, you know what? We should rent a power washer. Because it's hard to... There's like, you know, green... Like chlorophyll stains or something on the stone that I can't get off with the garden hose. So I'm like, man, I gotta go rent a power washer. And then I caught myself becoming my own father, where I said, renting, that's a fool's gamble. You know, well, you might as well just light your money on fire. And I was like, I could go to Home Depot real quick and maybe just like buy a power washer. And then I just got to think, you know, because, you know, you get into your own head on these ideas real quick. And you're like, that's a great idea. Then I realized, like, we have so little exposed facade that a power washer would actually be useful for. Like, it's actually an unbelievable waste of money. But last year Kate gave us, or Kate got her dad's power washer for us to borrow, but like his power washer is not good. Like it I don't want to insult my father-in-law, and when you insult another man's power washer, like, you know, I think those are potentially fighting words, but it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It was like we plugged it in, we pumped it up, it had like, you know, a soap dispenser on it that you could use as well, and it was just like, let me put it this way, you could put your hand on the other side of the washer, and like it didn't even hurt. I was expecting like my finger to get frickin' sliced off, but it didn't even It didn't even tickle. I saw your stroller tweet as well. Dude, it was a good weekend for Twitter, for me. I was thinking about it. Can I tell you the genesis? So the tweet was something like, you know, I may be bad at games, but I'm actually elite at walking the baby in her stroller. Like I'm blowing all the other parents away to the extent that it's almost like they don't even know they're in a competition. What happened was I was walking, you know, the baby yesterday, and I have like a route in my head, right? Because I'm insane. No other people. I shouldn't say no other people, but like, oh, you like the straw, Jay? That's good stuff. But I don't meander, right? Even if I have nowhere to go, I want to go there fast. Like, I want to feel the burn in the calves. I want to get that heart rate up a little bit. And also, I feel like, you know, within human reason, like, if you're not sprinting, like, going fast generates a lot of motion, and the baby, like, is more likely to fall asleep. So people pass me while walking, but they gotta work for it. Let's put it that way. So I was pushing the stroller, and it was like a really narrow sidewalk. And I saw, you know, from, I don't even know what to say, like, probably 200 feet away, I saw another stroller being pushed by a lady. And I was just like, I calculated the firing tables in my head, and I was like, she's going to be out of my way by the time that I get there. And she wasn't. It became increasingly clear over the intervening, you know, 40, 45 seconds, that she didn't know what she was doing. She was like, she came to a stop sign, and it was one of, don't even get me started, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm gonna go off, okay? Can I give you, this is what it's like to walk around in Vancouver with a stroller, because I'm gonna lose my friggin' mind, okay? An Alligator Tower, thank you for the gifted subs that serve as the foundation of this. Four-way stop, right? You're coming to a four-way stop, you're on a sidewalk, okay? I get to the stop before the car gets to the stop. I gingerly start to push the stroller out into the intersection, knowing at any moment I could have to snap those biceps back to the torso, right? To save the baby, in case they're on their cell phone. I push the stroller gingerly out. They go highway speed up to the stop sign. So I go, okay, I'm not gonna go. Then they slam on the brakes, half a car length past the stop line, and then they've got the audacity to hit you with one of these. Like as if they're the traffic controller. You don't do this, you don't do this, okay? We have 4 stop signs that dictate the way the traffic goes. You're not like the emperor of traffic who's like, you know, hey, I'm generously going to allow you to go. That's the law. Anyway, sorry. People out, not everybody, but people out here be driving, they'll be like, don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. Don't look at the sign, just look at the hand. Or don't even get me started, man, when you're driving and you go to, you see 2 people, yourself being one of them, going up to a 4-way stop at the same time. So you slow down a little bit so that they can get to the 4-way stop first. At a 4-way stop, the first car to get there goes first, and you go in a queue like that, right? They get to the stop sign first. You stop second. They don't move at all. You start to go, even though you don't have the right of way, because you're like, this person's just, they don't know what they're doing. And then they start to go as well. And then they give you one of these. Oh my. Okay. All right, we're moving on here. Okay, sorry. The stroller is the cheat code, though. Although I will say, you know, I was walking, this was like a month ago. I always make eye contact with the driver, especially with the stroller. Because you want the confirmation that they saw you and are not going to mow you and your child down in the street, right? So I made eye contact with the driver, or so I thought. the driver had a stop sign coming up. So I crossed. He stopped at the stop sign and then sped up into the intersection while I was still crossing. So I had to, like, jog to save my life and the life of my child. And then I was watching him because I was mad. And he was kind of like, oh, crap. And then he hit me with a wave. And I realized that he was checking out some girl's butt that was crossing the street. The dude literally, like, more power to you, for one. Like, let he without sin cast the first stone, I suppose. But, like, at least just make the error where you stay at the stop sign too long and the person behind you honks. Don't start to speed up through the stop sign while you're looking like this. Like, are you insane? Anyway, we're moving on here. Oh, my teeth. Anyway, that's all I got. That's not all I got at all, but, like, that's the start. Like, an aggressive driver is bad, for sure. But really, it's, like, aggressive, passive. Really, like, this is the thing, okay? I remember, because we might have younger viewers, to an extent at least, before they start to watch, you know, maybe Tubbo's not online right now. So they're like, I gotta watch this boomer until, you know, high school lets out in the UK. I was nervous about driving, right? Because they build it up for, you know, your entire adolescence. They're like, it's such a big deal. And it is. Because you could hurt somebody or die, you know? Or both, you know, at the same time, really. But, really, my advice for driving is that it's literally like 99.99% of the time driving. Your ideal is just to be a machine. You should just be a computer. You should try to behave in the most predictable way that you possibly can, so that everybody else around you knows what you're gonna do, and as a result, they can plan for what you're gonna do, you can plan for what they're gonna do, everything's gonna flow beautifully, right? That's why people get upset when you come to a four-way stop. You think you're being nice, waving someone through. You're not being nice. The nice thing to do would be to just go when it's your turn without hesitation, so that everybody can get through in a timely fashion instead of engaging in some kind of weird politeness Olympics. The other 0.01% of the time is a horror movie at Universal Studios where I don't know how well you can even plan for it. You basically just have to rely on your instincts and your cerebellum to dodge somebody who either, like, jaywalks out into the street. A 6 room on a Tainted Eden run. Okay, cool. Whoa. Wow, this is zany. Or, like, you know, they're like, hey, it's a rainy night in Vancouver. I'm wearing all black, and the street sign is just like a guide, right? Oops, I'm, like, almost got hit. I better smash the car on the tail as it goes by. Hey, I'm walking here. Anyway, sorry, it's probably not called a tail, but you know what I mean. New Mama Mega icon. It's got me feeling a certain sort of way. Good luck today. Oh, thank you, thank you. And then the other thing, I mean, this is more just like a funny anecdote, but, like, I've told you before about how, like, sometimes I'll see cars driving, like, in the wrong lane, like they're driving literally on the wrong side of the road. I had a great moment when Kate and I were out for a walk on, I think it was on Friday. We were just having a conversation while we were walking. Like, I looked at the road, and it's a 2-lane road with a stoplight. There was a car going straight in the right lane. Like, so there's 2 lanes of traffic that go opposite directions. And there was a car getting ready to turn left in the same direction, just right next to them. As if it was like a one-way street. Like, they were just fully over, like, the yellow line in the center of the road, and I just watched the guy who was gonna go straight to the light drive up and just, like, look like, and, you know, sure enough, they made their turn safely after that. But It's just, how often do you see that? I would say like once every 3 or 4 months. It's not like an everyday thing, but it's definitely not, it's not irregular. It's, oh, it's already open. The bomb didn't explode, so technically we didn't lose it. It's not every day, bro. Exactly. Got your hat. I turned left on a one-way street and came nose to nose with a car the other day. Look, I'm not gonna be like, you know, I'm not gonna go off. It happens. That's the kind of stuff that happens. You know, I don't want to excuse the mistake, okay? But it's a relatively understandable mistake to assume that a road is 2 lanes and then realize a second later that it's 1 lane and be like, oh crap. That happens from time to time. And, you know, it seems so, like, archaic that literally there's just, like, a little rectangular sign, right? And you're like, oh, you missed the sign? What are you, stupid? It's a way, way, way less understandable mistake to assume that a lane is 1 way and drive as if it is. That's one where you just are like, what are you doing? What's the thing that makes you go boom when you walk into a room? I think it's when you spend the night together from now until forever. Boom, 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 boom. I want a double boom. We'll spend the night together, together in my room. That reminds me, dude. Oh, by the way, it was Mama Mega. my mistake. I watched Night of the Roxbury this weekend, man. Because I've been talking a lot of smack about how, like, it's not a good movie. And it got me thinking about more than just whether or not it's a good movie. So here's what I came up with after watching Night at the Roxbury when I took my garbage out, okay? Including the Night at the Roxbury Blu-ray Collector's Edition that I bought. If humor is like the human brain's way of recognizing that you are familiar with a pattern, we're screwed. Because I laughed my butt off watching Night at the Roxbury. I don't actually think the movie is funny, but because I watched it a trillion times as a kid, I knew what all the punchlines were, and as a result, it amused me. It's not like it was actually good, but I was like, I know exactly what's gonna happen, and that made it good. It's something I've been struggling with. It's something I've been trying to deal with. Because I think I knew the entire movie, like, word for word. And they used the joke, like, 20 times. But every time, they were like, are you guys brothers? No. Yes. I laughed and I laughed. And then when Will Ferrell's getting married to Molly Shannon, and he goes and talks to his dad, and he's like, Dad, I was just wondering, like, is there any way we can call this whole thing off? And his dad goes, yes. No. I was like, this is probably the funniest joke ever made in history. Oh, man. But I will, so Night of the Roxbury, you know, I don't know if it's any good. It's hard for me to say. I think I definitely wish I didn't like it as much as I did, but I can't deny it. But I also, for those of you who think I have an endless appetite for bad movies, I've never seen it until this moment. I started to watch Jamie Kennedy's 2007 film, Kickin' It Old School, about a middle schooler who suffers a breakdancing accident in 1986, enters a coma for 20 years, and then comes back to life in 2006 and struggles with the, you know, changing societal norms and stuff. Ah! And I literally, and I do this from time to time, but it's not that regular. I turned it off about 30 minutes in. I hit a moment where I was like, I just can't. I just can't watch this anymore. And that's all I got. Watch Encino Man? Oh, dude, all those Pauly Shore movies. They're not on any of the delivery services yet. They all, Oh, this is scary, dude. I'm so slow. You gotta pay, you gotta pay $5 a movie for them. Great trinket, at least. Son-in-law is Pog, though. That's like a trivia question I wish I knew the answer to, because I should. What's Pauly Shore's name in Son-in-Law? It's something stupid, like he's called like Dartboard. Someone's gonna know this, and everyone else is gonna... Crawl! That's it! His name's Crawl. Because when he does, when he gets in the guy's tractor and he's tilling his fields, he spells out his name. Crawl. Well, John Denver's Thank God I'm a Country Boy plays in the background. Dude, I don't know. Give me some damage, please. He calls him crotch. That movie, I got some fond memories, though. It's the first time I ever heard the expression half chub. Yeah, we got Sigil of Baphomet right now. Have you ever seen the movie Blast from the Past? I have. It's really bad. But I've seen it a few times. It's like, it's really bad. That's like all I got. I don't have anything else. I wish there was some redemption eventually, like I would be like, but at least, I don't know. But I don't think there is. What about Idiocracy? I think Idiocracy is pretty hilarious. I watched it, I rented it from Jumbo Video because I saw that it was directed by the guy who directed Office Space. And I was like, this will probably be pretty fun. And then it was pretty fun. Thought it was a good time. What's up with your HP? The only problem with my HP is that I have too much of it. In my opinion, personally. Hope you got a big trunk, because I'm putting my bike in it. I got a real question for you. Okay? Not a question, more like just annoyance. Steve Carell, amazing actor. Like, not just, a great comic actor, but actually, like, considerable dramatic chops as well. Why is he in so many bad movies? I mean, everyone's saying money, but like, I don't think that the bad movies that he's in, I mean, I haven't looked at the budget, but you just look at some of this stuff and you're like the one that I saw was on TV the other day was like basically the exact plot of the Ray Romano, Gene Hackman movie, Welcome to Mooseport. Like, he got disgraced out of Congress or something like that, so he decides to run for mayor of a small town. And I was like, dude, how much could that role have possibly paid? Like, he's the only actor in the movie anybody knows the name of, and this was never even, like, gonna come to theaters? Like, how is that possible? Dinner for Schmucks? Dinner for Schmucks is not good. Is not a good movie. Evan Almighty, really bad, for sure. But, I mean, Steve Carell, I mean, he's not just good in, like, The Office. But on top of that, like, you know, Foxcatcher, even, like, The Big Short, Little Miss Sunshine, stuff like that. Like, he's... Crazy Stupid Love, these are good movies, yeah. What the? Oh, I'm getting pushed around. Well, I will by that guy. What actor only does good movies? I said I was gonna delete the tweet because I think it has the potential to go more viral, but I never deleted the tweet. But like, honestly, so many of those actors that I tweeted about in the image of like, if you see one of these guys, you know your movie's gonna be good. So many of those guys are like, is A+. Like, if you see Walton Goggins show up in a movie or a TV show, you lean forward like you're going to overtime in FIFA Online. So true. Saved. John Cazale? Okay, I've read the articles as well, but dude was in like 6 movies and they were all nominated for Best Picture or whatever. All I'm saying is he never played Hannibal Lecter. I have an honest question about Hannibal Lecter, because I watched a little bit of Silence of the Lambs on TV this weekend. Why don't they just kill him? I hate to sound like Scott Evil, but like, isn't there like... I know this isn't how the justice system works, but like, they put him in prison, and then they're like, don't eat anybody, and he's like, I won't, I just appreciate like fine art and culture and stuff like that. And then he, you know, starts eating people again, and they're like, nobody could have seen this. Dude, isn't there like a provision, just like, if you arrest like a dude who... I mean, it's not like he needs to get a fair trial. He literally, his like second words to Clarice are like, I ate his liver with the fava beans and a nice Chianti. Like, you got a confession on tape, dude. Why don't you just freaking kill him? Like, I don't understand. Stop letting them get out, dude. It's like when they keep putting Magneto in the plastic prison. Don't put Magneto in a plastic prison. Frickin' stab him with a plastic knife or something like that. He's too dangerous to be left alive. No, this time the prison is made of like super plastic. He'll never get out. Oh, what? He's out? Please don't tell me that he's trying to inflame mutant populism and as a result extinguish all human life that is not mutated. What? I never could have seen this coming. Oh, let me guess, the president's on a train that's hauling a bunch of iron ore right now. Frick. Oh no, he's on the Golden Gate Bridge? This is terrible. Sometimes you just gotta, like... You gotta take matters into your own hands. Oh, please tell me the president's not wearing that, like, silver rosary he always wears. Oh, he is? Oh, no. What are you gonna do, shoot him? Just a plastic bullet or something, man. Scarred Womb XL. We out this. I do love in X-Men 1 when that guy melts, though. What does he say? He goes like, hold my hand. Then that dude becomes freaking water. Oh, meat LaCroix. Oh, it's so good. Okay. I've never seen Melancholia, but I've read the Wikipedia synopsis of what happens like 5 times. So I don't know anything about the soundtrack. It's probably one of my favorite movies, though, based on the idea of it. Have you seen Disturbia? No, I haven't seen Disturbia either. I think the only movie I've ever seen that ends in IA is Suspiria, the original Dario Argento. I haven't seen the new one. Have you seen Jesus of Suburbia? No, I was kind of like out of like the era that American Idiot by Green Day came out. I was already over Green Day. I was more in that, like, you know, Nookie, Brain Stew sort of era. Instead, the only song I listened to, like, a few things in 2006, okay? Obviously, Funeral by the Arcade Fire. There was a Belle and Sebastian album that came out in early 2006 that I was really into as well. Apart from that, it was Hate It or Love It by 50 Cent in the Game. On repeat. Occasionally, I would throw in a little extra dash of O by Sierra that I still think is one of the most underrated songs of the 2010s. He wasn't bumping Sound of Silver? Excuse me, Sound of Silver didn't come out until I was in college. I was talking about my high school senior year. In college, I was bumping... I was probably, like, the same roommate who was talking to me about 3 minutes of me time instead of playtime. Probably got so irritated. I was listening to not just Sound of Silver all the time, but also, like, genuinely, this is not just a callback. Ease by Joanna Newsom constantly. I'm sure he was like, I got the weirdest roommate on planet Earth. So he's listening to these, like, 14-minute long thesauruses on his $12 computer speakers. Let me out. Don't hit me. Wait, I've got 9 lives. Hit me. Don't hit me. I might lose 9 lives as soon as I get hit and die. My roommate would fall asleep in the shower more nights than not. I lived? Okay. That seems scary. They'd fall asleep in the shower? Right, it's already open. One question mark? One question mark! Come on, man. Okay, slash marker, it sucks. Let's run it back.